Hello there, cutie pie. How are you doing today? Spooky, sexy, seductive. No, I am not describing myself and my beautiful Pokemon Udi. I am describing the others BTC chart pattern that we are witnessing live right now. So we are seeing it dip. Let's actually look at it again. See this dip? That's what's been happening right now. We're watching these dipperoonies. Now, you've been watching me, friends. I've been talking to you about the others BTC ratio because just showing you risk on, risk off. That's it, in the crypto industry. And it's very important. What I've done is on my chart there, I have overlay the 2016 and the 2020 fractals, as everyone knows, right? So for some reason, they move in tandem. Spooky. Also sexy, friends. Why is it sexy? Because it has an upper part. So the others BTC index, as you know, it's the pure altcoins. So you remove the top 10 because actually what's happening, friends, is the Bitcoin money, they're slowly bleeding in to other coins in the top 10, slowly. And with that, there are basically, there's a spread of the money out of Bitcoin, and people are now considering to do stuff such as ETH, Tether. So yes, people are moving into Tether, right? They store value in stable coins. BNB, Solana, USDC. Now XRP is a bit of an anomaly, but you're starting to see people kind of disperse out. Now, not disperse out fully, but they're considering it. And they do that. They're getting used to these altcoins, right? Remember, it used to be Bitcoin or nothing. Now it's like, oh, well, I can afford 1% in Solana with my Bitcoin just to see. I want to stay in, And that's what's been happening. Now, this pure risk sentiment that we've been able to look at has to be accompanied with some nice, gentle angel music, right? Because this is the spooky part, right? Where we are today, we are crashing at the exact same time period from 4 years ago. You see this right here? 2024. Well, friends, we are exactly where it was before. All right, so we can actually go to the trading view and actually see the others BTC, which is it right now. I've just made the nice labels and diagrams of that. So this was actually 2016. We had Ethereum get birthed. Okay, Ethereum got birthed, and then here's the crashing part, and then we rocketed. Okay, we rocketed. And then we have 2020, which was DeFi. We had the DeFi season, yay, and we crashed. We have this V bottom out. You see that now? This is where we are today. We had this Solana meme coin stuff, yay! And then we've crashed. Now we seem to be doing some bottom zone friendship. Now, friends, here's the thing, man. If we just go like this, okay, well, something's wrong. Something's wrong. But, that's what we're going off, man. This is global liquidity index, moving currency along the crypto sphere, and hopefully repeating everything again. So it was around that time, December 2020, where that down period, it really started to shake people out. People got really, really upset. So that was where Crypto Banter ran. Shout out to Randy Boo and Crypto Banter channel. They literally said that famous tweet, right? What if there is never an alt season? Just the thought of actually asking that. So of course, deep down rationally, you might think, oh, there has to be, but it's not how you feel in that moment. It's all about the emotions, right? That's what markets are. I can also show you this screenshot from 2020, friends. Look at these comments from 2020, end of December. Not comfortable at all seeing Bitcoin move and alts dead like poop. That's why alts will move. Next comment, alts are dead, sir. Next comment by Benny. Yeah, alts are dead till further notice. Everyone's like, oh man, they're just so dead. But it's funny. It's just interesting. You go back, man. Look at that. That was literally the arrow here. When they were saying alts are dead, you read the word dead, that's like, okay, time to go all in. That was it. But, we've been watching this for a while. Not trying to, there's no trophy award here because how many times has people said alts are dead and they've been right? Past 3 years. Yeah, alts are dead, alts are dead, alts are dead. Keep drop. I know. That's why this game is not for everyone, man. This game is not for everyone. But I know there is a big reward waiting. There is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow because the size of the boat, friends, of crypto, okay, it's not enormous enough like the stock market. Okay, the size of the boat is pretty small. We can move fast. And we have 99% of people on one end and then 1% on the other. It literally does feel like that. And that's what you want. You want that switch. That's how you get that slingshot. And as long as that happens, you can always stack your edges and get outsized returns. Now, you can always stack edges and get outsized returns anywhere, but it depends what an outsizing of returns is. Because in the stock market, if the S&P is doing 8% per year, which it has been doing for 100 years, that's on average, right? Some years 14%, some years minus 5%, for example, okay? But its average is 8%. Warren Buffett, world's greatest investor, he gets 20% per year compounded. Now, he's actually only now, because he's too big, he is now the market. He only gets 8% per year. 8 to 10% per year. But when he was actually like in his first 40, 50 years, before he got to colossal size, basically like an elder god type of size, right? Before he got to that size, he was getting 20% per year. I think the real number is like 19.6. It's insane to get that. And that translates to billions. You got to think about that, man. So if the average is 8, this guy is doing 2.5 times that. 2.5 times, 20%. That's huge. And by the way, it's not just like for a 5-year period. No. Like 50 years. 50 years is insane. Now, this is the thing about crypto, right? What's Bitcoin returning a year? I think Bitcoin's growth rate, I think the user growth rate is like 99% per year. I forgot what Bitcoin is moving at per year. I think it was like 130% per year. Maybe it's down to like 80% per year. You got to think about that, man. Stock market's doing 8. I think Bitcoin is doing 80 per year. That's its annual growth rate. So if you are an amazing crypto investor, you will get 3x per year, which is literally, you're not going to get that. It's 3.5x per year. But how long can you get that for? What, 1 year, 2 years? That's right. It'll be literally impossible for someone to keep going 3, just over and over and over again every year. That's why these numbers are so big. What's actually going to happen is probably crypto's growth rate's going to go down all the way, right? So if the stock market's 8, maybe crypto goes down to like a 20 or 30%. It's like it's dropping over time. Remember, it started at hundreds of percent. You know, it started like at 200% per year. Then it went down to like 170, 150. Now it's down to 80%. So it's dropping down over time. Now, while we have these edges, friends, it's important to take advantage of them by staying long. That's all we're doing. Okay, not financial advice. Yes, 50% of coins can go to zero. Everything can go to zero. Lucky this stuff even works in the first place. But we are right now at that moment. This moment, right? They were just showing you. We're right now at this moment, exactly 4 years ago. Like we are witnessing it right now. And if the cycle continues, we get friendship in mid-August. Just waiting for mid-August. It's nuts, man. They're literally right now, friends. Like right now. This is the spooky part. On this weekly candle, okay, we are literally on the worst candle right now by time-wise. You want to go back? This is where the fractal comes from. We're on this worst candle. So we are actually, where is this? We're in 28th December 2020. That's why I got the week. I got end of December 2020 type of comments and I put it on there. And yeah, look, I'm not expecting this because it's just so hard in your mind to think, okay, now that we've gone down here, we're just going to go up only for like 150 days or 4 or 5 months. But that's exactly what happened. Like if you were to ask me, how long did it go up from here in a straight line from this exact moment, right? It's literally 140 days. So if you were to go 140 days, where do you land? December this year, okay? And just to be clear again, you can't just do that 140 days fractal. I think you need it to flip green on the weekly super trend first, which is actually, that's what it does, right? It goes a certain distance, it flips it, and then you start like this final 100-day counter. So it's possible, friends. What if this screws us around? What if another flips up? What if it comes back down? What if there's like, what if like altcoins just can't get a grip until starting December this year, right? And then it goes into April next year. So you're ready for anything. Really, you can't really control the outcome. All you can do is basically play the whole cycle, which is what I'm doing. Or if you want, I mean, you can click sell. You can click sell and just leave. You have all the options in the world to do that. Now, checking out those waves, man, this is exactly what we're playing for. This is where we are. This is wave 1, as we got to see. This is another wave 1. That final Altseason wave number 1. Now, don't get hung up on the names and the labels. Yes, in 2016 and 2020, there were 2 waves of altcoins. In 2012 cycle, there was only 1. And it happened at the very end of the cycle. It peaked at the very, very end. but we don't have others BTC. There were no altcoins then. Litecoin, or like very, very, really, really new altcoins. We don't have data for them back then. I guess maybe you could be able to look at them, but I mean, I just have to show it to you by memory and off by heart because I've done all the research. I've made videos about this. So this was that 2012 cycle. Here's the 2012 halvening. And then altcoins go ballistic in this 1 month as Bitcoin goes ballistic as well. Bitcoin does, man. Look at this, friends. Bitcoin did a 529% in 1 month. It went up 6x in 1 month at the end. Huge blow off. In this time period, Litecoin goes nuts. And that's what they all go nuts for like 28 days at the end and it's over. So you know what? That could be it. That could be what we get this year. It's just that it might be less likely. Why? Because in 2016 and 2020, as you move forward in these cycles, there were more altcoins now. And how did the market react when there's more altcoins? It had two waves. So, and it makes sense, right? Because people know about altcoins and Bitcoin and crypto. They're starting to learn more. So in 2012, no one knew what the hell was going on. Bitcoin goes up, people join crypto at the very, very end, the last month of the cycle. But in 2016 and 2020, there's now more coins. So people don't want to risk waiting for Bitcoin to finally hit its final target. They don't want to wait. They're excited now. And that's why we saw during this time period, Ethereum, XRP, and things start moving up in this earlier part, okay? Whereas if we repeated the cycle like 2012, you'd only have an Altseason move up here. But we know for a fact ETH BTC peaks up here, and so is many altcoins, and their BTC ratios peaked up here. XRP BTC peaked up here. Many coins did. Okay, so now you got to see, right, as we have more things to choose from, the market's slowly getting more Altseason waves, right? We've even had like, Solana meme coin season types today. We have different types of things that have been appearing. They're lowering in the impact of each wave, the euphoria in each wave. They're lowering in terms of the return, but there's more frequency about them. And as a friendly reminder, friends, we're not going to get hung up on the number of Altseason waves. But, rough months. December this year, maybe we finish top up one of the waves. If not, maybe April next year. That's a potential one. If not, July, August next year. Somewhere in that vicinity of their 1 or 2 waves. But you just got to be careful, right? Holding all the coins, you don't get this new product market fit momentum flush. You don't. So, friends, I want to let you know from my perspective as well. A lot of people get upset when I teach them about this cycle 1, 2, 3 narrative things and these observations in the market and about how your odds lower because coins age over time. They get really upset, and it's usually the same personality type that gets upset. There's a common characteristic, if you can guess what it is. They're holding an older coin, they have a big position, and they don't want to leave it. Every time. It's never a person who comes in with a clean slate. Never. That's what I've noticed. Okay, interesting. People who come in with a clean slate, who a lot of them, maybe you bought in 2021, that's your first entry into crypto, so you've only seen these things go down for 3 years. Everyone there is receptive to learning and looking at the data. But people who are holding bigger bags in a particular coin, they consider my stuff like, oh, it's just fluff. Oh, it's all like, oh, it's all backwards talking nonsense, blah, blah, blah. They keep saying that. But if that's all backwards talking nonsense, then why were we able to like predict the fundamental characteristics of how this year would play out? Okay, explain that for me. What did I tell you, right, friends? I told you in a Bitcoin halvening year, right? This is 2023. I was saying in a Bitcoin halvening year, traditionally, cycle 2 coins. So coins from 2021, most of them do not get a flush up. They don't. And were we right? You only had Solana, you only had Injective. Okay. Solana and Injective, 2 coins out of a pool of 500. There you go. 2 coins out of 500 had a flush up. Went to new highs or did well. Everything else poop. You had some residual pumps in like Doge and SHIB, but not even. They're still down 70 to 80%. Right? So it was right. It was literally right. What did the market favor instead? Cycle 1 coins. It favored new coins and it favored new narratives. So that's exactly how it played out, right? But you just don't know which ones. You don't know which ones. It turned out to be AI. It turned out to be risk-taking. Unfortunately, risk-taking was a grift you had to be one of the VCs or the KOL influencers who were given the restaking coins, and you have to be shitting these referral links. So yeah, those people won, right? There's also DPIN. See, these things got a bit of RWA, but actually meme coins were like the new soccer one narrative. And yeah, meme coins were around in 2021, but they were dog coins. Now it's just because of different cultural memes. That's why it was never before seen. Now, right now, friends, this is the total crypto market cap. Okay, we are only at 2 trillion, 2.4 trillion. I have the comparisons up here, man. Stocks are 110 trillion, gold 16 trillion, gold bonds 140 trillion, oil, cash, property, cash is 90 trillion. Look, man, I think, look, if stocks are 110 trillion, surely we should be 10% of that. Surely. We should be 10% of that. 110 trillion, we should be, you know, between gold and 10% of stocks. That would be 10 to 16 trillion. That's what I think we're worth. But then you look at it, you're like, wait, but you're just putting like memes and stuff on the chain. Where's your real innovation? I go, yeah, bro. Have you seen all the stocks in the stock market? You know, most of them aren't profitable, right? You know that, yeah? Most stocks. You know they're not profitable, friends, and they don't even pay a dividend. I'm not even joking. When we think of a stock, you think of unicorn Apple, unicorn Amazon, unicorn Google. That's what you think of. You don't actually know that 90% of the stocks in the stock market are complete garbage. Full trash. Absolutely fully trash. That's the truth, right? Reminds you of crypto, by the way. So we're here to play the whole cycle, friends, and we are on track. Soy boys are playing for a short time frame because they have a scarcity mindset. That's soy boys clicking up and down. Oh no, I've got to sell it now. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. All right, bro, just get out of here. You want to click, just get out. We've been through this time and time again. I told you. All right. Now I was guessing at the time, turned out to be right. Bitcoin halving year is not a year to retire. It's just a year to show you it's possible for your coins to go up. It's possible. It means other things go up. Your coins go up like 2 or 3x on average. Man, I'm speaking to everybody, friends. So yeah, some people had Solana from 10 to 20 bucks. Yes. That is like what, 5%? Maybe. Solana's dominance in crypto, friends, is only 3%. So out of 100 people, pretty much 3 people had Solana. Yeah. 1 to 2 out of 3 people had Solana. That where it made a difference. 97 didn't. They're stacked in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stable coins, everything else. You know, so everybody's focusing on that 3% unicorn winner. There's always a unicorn winner, man. There's always a unicorn. There's always someone who wins the lottery. You know? Like there's always somebody who scores the first goal in a World Cup grand final. You know, and someone has to score it. Just like it really is more chaotic randomness. Right? Where's your edge even predicting that? Yeah, man, I read a lot of theories, by the way. I read like, 12 different theories. By the way, none of them from 2023, none of them were Solana. Only Ansem had the Solana thesis. Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 other guys. Maybe, barely, man, barely. You're like just one person. Yep. You know what I mean? Like if PulseChain ends up going up, friends, and Richard Hart rotates, I could tell everyone, look, man, I know I made over 3,300 videos telling you about it. And yeah, I understand you're looking at just one guy, me, with a fluffy microphone and a Pokemon hoodie and a Pikachu hat. You're wondering like, well, yeah, it's just one guy. I don't know. Like, I know, man, because it is what it is, man. It's tough. That's why the biggest returns go to stuff where everybody thinks it's never going to work. But you can't just go buy everything that's never going to work because then you just keep buying duds, right? But that's just how it is, right? That's what contrarian deep value investing is. If you try to align yourself with that, you do the best. Remember, soy boys, friends, they have scarcity mindset. Altcoins right now, they are down between 60 to 80%, and they can be collected at cheaper prices. Chads are accumulating or simply continue to hodl. Since 2022, I was telling you, the Bitcoin halving year is not a retirement year according to history. That's traditionally after, right? Remember, based off the global liquidity index, that banana zone that's coming. I mean, even having it in PulseChain, right? PulseChain still in range mode. Remember, this is like a direct financial link to the Ethereum price as well. Okay. You got to remember as well, I will play some nice, friends, play some pump music because remember, man, 12 months ago, friends, 12 months ago, it was death. It was death. Altcoins getting destroyed. A lot of them still at the same prices, funny enough. But in 2023, we just wanted to be shown crypto can go up again. And making it to Bitcoin halving year was the blessing in the first place. But now we're here. But now, people will latch on to the unicorn results of winners and go, oh, wish it was me, wish it was me. I know, man. Like, I know when you're not experienced, you come in, you think, oh, I just have to listen to that guy. So you in your mind think, oh, I just listen to the answer, just listen to that one guy. But you haven't seen the 400 people appear every year for 5 years, and all of them just as confident as each other, right? Con men, literally confidence man. All of them appear. They go, this is going to happen. Friends, I literally remember, and I promise you, I could put my hand on the Bible, friends. I was literally in this squeaky chair, okay, 4 years ago. I'm taking myself back here, okay? And I was reading Medium articles, you know, the website Medium. I was reading Medium articles about how the 2021 bull market, all the money was going to go into DeFi, like Curve and Aave and Chainlink. I was reading about that. And then I was reading about putting stocks on crypto was going to be the next big thing. That was the next big innovation. And Wall Street are going to come buy stocks on crypto. It was called securitization, tokenization, whatever it was. Okay, that was the next big thing, by the way. That everyone was writing about that. YouTubers, Medium articles, everyone was talking about that, friends. Everyone. All right. What happened instead? What happened instead? Okay, well, what happened instead was Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk comes across Doge and says, you know what? Screw it. I'm sending you up 500x. All right. So there you go. That's what happened. January ticks over and February. So as Bitcoin goes up, everyone's thinking about the DeFi, the nerd stuff, the DeFi. And then they're talking about token terminals, fees, chart. Oh, well, Maker's making a lot of money, more decentralized stablecoin stuff. Yeah, that's what everyone was talking about. What did the new people coming in and do? They said, literally, fudge your Medium articles, fudge your shares, fudge your DeFi, fudge. All right, they said fudge everything. I like man's best friend. I'm buying this picture of a dog. Shiba Inu. I like it. It's cute. I'm buying it. Why? It's up 1000x. It went up another 1000x. They actually came and did that. Oh, I want to get into gaming. I want to get into this. I want to get just. That's what they did. They literally completely ignored all the mid-curve nerd stuff, which is kind of funny. It's what's happening this year, right? What's all the mid-curve nerd stuff? They're talking about tech. They're talking about layer 2s and restaking and Eigen layer and ZK technology and fragmentation of Ethereum and all this other stuff. That's what everyone's talking about. Are people responding to it, friends? Hell to the no. What are they doing instead? They're going and losing their money on celebrity meme coins. All right? They're making meme coins. They keep popping up meme coins. Picture of a dog, picture of a cat, picture of a dog with a cat. Dog, cat, cat, dog. They would rather spend their money and their time doing that. Here's the thing. Eventually, they run out of money. But you got to think bigger. Where are the next retailers coming in? Do you think people coming in now, by the way, do you think they're smarter or dumber than you? Have a think about that. Do you think the people entering crypto when Bitcoin's $80,000, have a think. Are they more intelligent than you or not? They're later than you. Okay. On average, what do late buyers think of when they come into crypto in the cycle? Degenerate, high risk curve, ultra risky, ultra volatile lottery ticket mentality. You know for a fact that they do. Okay. Okay. Well, where in the picture is there room for layer 2 governance token, old DeFi, cycle 2 narrative stuff? Where is it? There's no room for that. There's no room for that. So, by the way, just to let you know, Bitcoin maxis will try to fool everyone, and they don't forget this, by the way, okay? Because this is gonna make you lose a lot of money if you believe this bullshit, okay? As the price goes up, Bitcoin maxis and Ethereum maxis, and trust me, any altcoin leader who's got a big part of supply, as the price goes up, they're going to go on these mainstream, influencer channels, and they're going to say, hey, Bitcoin at 200,000 is actually cheaper than what it was at 20,000, because now it has an ETF and it has more big institutions funding it, and Donald Trump likes it, and there's more liquidity. So These funds, they weren't allowed to buy Bitcoin at 20K. Why? It was only 400 billion market cap. Because a lot of these funds, they're only allowed to enter when it's above a couple of trillion. So now that Bitcoin is 4 trillion, right? You are now allowed to absorb bond fund money. You see, that's what they do, friends. And they literally said that exact same thing back in 2021. Okay, they said Bitcoin at 50K at 1 trillion is now cheaper than what it was at 5K because, right, it's now in the $1 trillion bracket and it accesses liquidity. They're not allowed to buy. Next time they start talking about that, friends, just start clicking sell. Okay, literally just start clicking sell. Don't even ask me about it. Just sell 10% of your portfolio on that day. Literally on that day, just click. Okay, just start setting that once they start talking like that. Okay, I'll never forget that. There are gatekeepers in crypto who do mass shilling from a cabal or social media inner circles. We can't control that, but I can tell you that the crypto industry is rejecting most of their shills and decided to create altcoins that go up in price. We call them meme coins. It's true. That's true. Meme coins are just altcoins that go up. It's just altcoins, man. There's 340 sectors of categories of altcoins. Nobody knows if this is going to continue, friends, but so far we have been shown staying power from them. All right. Now, these events, they are all mid-curve, mid-cycle volatility stuff. Mid-curve if you sell, right? They are mid-cycle stuff, and it's still a Bitcoin halving year. We've got the global liquidity index rising. We'll speak more about that later in another show, and we're going to be due for that banana zone ahead. I've already spoken to you about the Bitcoin, the liquidity, global liquidity index, right? You need that. Just basically, friends, they print money, central bank balance sheet expands. Then you have the euro dollars expanding, which is just, it's US dollars based if offshore. Then what moves it, what goes after that is collateral going up. Collateral goes up, they get to borrow more money. It goes into stonks, it goes into real estate, it goes into Bitcoin and then Ethereum and the bucket's coming. There you go. Okay, that's literally the whole cycle. They put the money printer on, all of those things start to fill up. They take the money printer off, nuclear winter. And then everything starts dying, then they have to put the money printer on, okay? Why is it like that? Because we're in late stage fiat. Right, late stage fiat, we are literally the patient in the hospital bed. It needs a machine to breathe for them. Well, the machine is a money printer. Money printer on, go up. Money printer off, go out. Why? Because everything is just going for the interest repayments. Okay, all part of the plan. Still, friends, even though we know a lot of these things, even though we know a lot of them, okay, we're going to have some fun here as well. I want to be the very best that no one ever was. Even though we know all of these, as you're out there collecting a Pokemon, which is just literally digital Pokemon cards, that's all they are, friends. That's all altcoins are. All right? It's just a meme in your head. Like, what do you use Bitcoin for differently to any other coin? You hold it. Okay, you can hold anything. Right? You literally hold anything. It's like, okay, if I give you a wallet, one's a Louis Vuitton wallet, another one's just like a $2, one of the Chinese store wallets. Okay, what's your use case for them? Okay, they do the exact same thing. In an use case, okay, they just carry money. All right, so you just got to think about that. But then, once you start to flesh things out, you still got to assume 50% of those don't make it. 50%. The real number, by the way, friends, is around 10% of coins. That's a scam rate. Okay. Funny enough, go back to 2017. I did this field research, hand research, mind you. I checked out all 200 coins on CoinMarketCap. 20 were rugs. 20 were scams out of 200. That's 10%. And then I found from me throwing coins and money everywhere, it's about 10% as well. But I would just assume it's 50-50 because that's me. That's me. I am like the market rate, okay? So I don't know what the average person can be. Maybe the average person out there, maybe your rate's going to be 50%. I'd rather you assume it to be 50%. Okay, so you still got to hedge yourself by just protecting yourself. Like, hey, this could be 50-50. This could not work out. You always have that mentality. You think about how much you can lose at the start. Then you can start to flesh out how much risk you think you should be allocating, okay? So we're still on track for everything to happen, friends. We're still waiting. I guess the next leg traditionally is like Bitcoin going up and then perhaps Ethereum going up towards this fib level of 1.618 fib, 7,300. We need it to clear this expansion price, friends. I mean, Ethereum clears $5,000. That's an expansion and the party starts. What party? I guess we'll find out. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.